So the second time around watching this movie, definitely picked up a lot more up on a lot more things. But I don't know if I guess it makes more. I don't know if this makes more sense. I actually got more emotionally attached to the characters in the second time around. I think the first time I really was just in shock and awe, and then I really was just like, what am I watching here? It's crazy.
You really get sucked into that bromance. The bromance feels like it's happening a little too quick, but at the same time, you're like really sucked into it, and you really feel their friendship. Like as soon as
like
they
me and
rescue
Cannoli.
that boy,
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, can I just say, from a woman's
Exactly the
standpoint, we watch this time of year. We watch, Christmas movies on Hallmark and other various channels, and people fall in love in 3 days after they've bought a farm. And all of a sudden they fall in love after 3 days and they're willing to spend the rest of their lives with people. Why can't these two dudes in RRR do the same thing? I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Next time if I ever hang out with Cannoli, I'll have him put me on his shoulders.
Hey, look, even Abomination AJ talks about this. Go ahead. Sorry, JT.
Yeah, because he can't speak English, and his bro that he's buddies with helps him out.
And I didn't realize that. It fell flat for me at the beginning because you see him speaking English to his friend and to everybody around him, and then all of a sudden the blonde girl can't understand him, and that's when I first realized he couldn't speak English. So I think that was a little weird for me. And I guess
you got lucky because when this movie first hit Netflix, there was no English dub; it was only Hindi. So
the fact that my daughter read subtitles, who's 14, for 3 hours. I mean, I can't even get her to read a brochure. She read a whole movie for 3 hours. I thought that was pretty impressive, but I wouldn't have minded if I watched it the other way, to be honest with you. I don't mind subtitles.
Probably they do a good job. Yeah. And like I said, all the English people only way speak I in English. There you go.
There we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
As Cannoli said, this was foreshadowing. He didn't tell me why, but
well,
I didn't know.
There's a lot of foreshadowing in
this movie. There is.
See, this right here,
especially in the beginning where he says, where the main bad guy talks about the price of a bullet isn't worth a Indian.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah,
that was mentioned a couple of times. I really liked that at the end.
I would say the first hour sets up the last hour perfectly.
Yes, I agree.
It's wonderfully mirrored.
Dude, this movie from beginning to end, like, connects, right? Everything comes together. There's some issues, but not enough. And I love all the dancing, like
me too.
The music videos.
Actually, the dance.
There wasn't that much dancing considered a Indian film.
Well, I know because Saho had like 4 music videos.
Yeah, there's like 3 in this one, and then the end credits.
Well, yeah, there's a scene where he finds a lake. See that scene right there is where it's all wet and he's not sure.
Right.
He's like, oh, it kind of looks like him, but he's just another Indian with a beard.
Yeah.
Where he sees her, and then he's like, "Go on a date with her, man." Right. And remember, he pops her tires with the.
Hey, man, that was smart. Popping his tire.
He's a very good wingman. Very good.
Dude, he is so wingman.
Here, he doesn't understand words she's saying, but he just.
This was a funny scene when he's trying to like figure out her name.
Oh my god, that was funny.
Yeah, he thinks it's like 18,000 letters long. All these.
My name is only Jen. No, it's just Jen.
Just Jen.
Only Jen.
Yeah, he's very excited here though. Look at his eyes. Look at the love in his eyes.
Yeah, this is real, man.
Yeah, you can't fake that. And then you kind of go along, and then look, they're shopping, and she's like, "Do you want to go to a party?"
Oh my god,
that's a bad British accent. It's bad.
That was.
I can't do female British.
It's
in here. You were talking about where he's trying to tell him. Oh, he finds out about the party, goes back and tells his
and this
buddy.
is when he finds out their name's really just Jen.
Not. So this is the scene here that the magic scene
that rocks the house.
See that's a perfect.
There's Mr. and Mrs. Cannoli.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we are.
Can we explain how they like pop out of nowhere? Like there's a scene where they're actually dancing together, and then all of a sudden it like pans over to like another person, and he pops out behind her.
They just come out of nowhere. Yeah. This scene was pretty cool.
I love the fact that they get away with stuff like that, because usually you have to set the shit up. But
Right.
it's just, I think it's because, and I think that's what impressed me the most about this film.
You see the bromance going on here, though. Look at her. She's just off to the side, like, oh, look at this. This is beautiful.
She's totally down for the Indian man.
See, I told you. She's just secondary, man. She's a plot foil, and it's just all the romance is really.
I love the other dancer, the guy that's all mad that he couldn't do this.
Oh yeah.
He was so annoying. I wanted somebody to kick him in the throat.
Yeah,
so obnoxious.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, you got to look at the guys in the background here, going, "Oh God, please, show offs." I mean,
those are just waiters.
Yeah. Serve your drinks and shut up, people. This scene was a pretty long scene too, right? It went on for a while.
It was exhausting.
Look, I mean, they're getting into it here. Look at this.
I don't know about exhausting. I thought this was fantastic.
It was great.
No, I did too, but I thought I felt exhausted for them because they had been dancing for 20 minutes. I'm like, oh my God, my legs would hurt. And
this is the guy right here. This is the guy right here in the bottom right, where the guy that was pissed off and trying to show them up, and he got shown up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. These are superheroes, so they can do this kind of stuff.
That is true. And then this is she wants to take him back to the house, right? To the big parliament, whatever the hell it was. Yeah, she's like, "Oh,
after seeing moves like that."
Yeah, and he's like, "I don't know what's going on here." I mean, this guy knows what's going on here.
He can't speak a lick of English.
No,
he's like,
no.
What?
He just learned her name isn't 18 letters long.
Yeah,
just Jenny.
Not Arden. Yeah.
But as a good wingman, he's like, can you take him to this place? And she's like, oh yeah, I'll take you to my place. And then that's with some. It's a pretty good scene, actually. Wait, hold on, I'm going way too far ahead here. Okay, so yeah, he's like, oh yeah, take him home, and so she does, of course, and then as it goes, is this the scene here where he starts to kind of put things together about who the main guy he was interrogating he lied to him? Sorry. Exactly. The dog even approves. Yeah. So
he starts to realize what's going on.
Yeah. And then
but he's at the house. Yeah, he's at the house, and this is when he figures out about Sis.
Yeah, everybody's starting to put pieces together.
Yeah, because she's singing in the next room, putting like the art stuff on the British people's hands.
Well, the only reason why she was kidnapped.
Is this? Yeah, so this is where he hears the sister sing, and this is a nice touching scene, right? He's like, I'm gonna save you, and then he realizes, no, I can't save you because I'm here. There's no way to get you. I don't have a plan yet. Of course, Molly's like, no, you got to get me out. And then he convinces her, right? Nah, I'll come back, but sit still.
Mm-hmm.
They start singing to each other, this lovely duet, and that was a pretty good scene, And then we kind of. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Just seeing that one clip, I'm like, oh, well, let's get to that.
Yeah. Well, and then you have the scene here where he's telling the people that he's staying with while he's investigating all this, like, why don't these British women, don't they have kids? Like, how could they do this to a kid? And this is where he gets pissed off, right? He's like, I'm done being diplomatic here. We're going in, guns blazing. Well, animals blazing.
Animals.
And then he's had it. He's like, I don't care. Nobody's going to stand in my way. And there's the big dramatic music and
Excuse me.
And in the meantime, Mr. Policeman here is interrogating this guy.
His cousin.
This scene really surprised me. Actually, he's kind of went a little crazy here, but he's so determined to find
his true self.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's how they explained it right when you first meet him. Is he'll go through 10,000 to get to one. So he'll this one.
Well, yes, and then when you put the whole movie into context, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
for what his goal was.
Him being nice to his bro, that's like his normal self, right? But when he has to get the job done, he's gonna go like just full throttle.
Yeah, this is his wife's necklace, right? The seat.
Yeah, and this is when you get their story, like why he actually left, and
this is her,
like his dad's story.
Necklace.
Remember, they talked about his dad. Yeah,
there she is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Hi. I'm Copa.
Hi.
I like.
We have
nachos.
I have a YouTube channel.
I have a YouTube channel. I reviewed your film.
Yeah. So yeah, we got this. This scene was really good. I actually like this scene a lot, where he just opens up. He's just like, this big night's coming. I don't know what's going to happen, but I have to tell you, we were friends for so long. You're my bro, so I'm going to tell you. And then this guy Roger's just like dying from this venom. He's got this this concoction to fix it, but he's still. And then I think he was supposed to be down for the whole night. Doesn't he tell him that you're not going to be able to really do much until tomorrow?
Yeah,
basically,
he still goes out.
Yeah, but the sheer determination beats the shit out of the venom in his blood.
Well, it's like JT said, he's a superhero, right? So he can overcome these things.
There's still an hour and 45 minutes of this movie.
Yeah, there's a long... Yeah, okay. So you get this scene here. Well, we'll skip through this a little quickly. And then, of course, Roger finds out, and he's distraught. He's pissed off. He's heard about it. He's angry because he knows what he has to do. Nothing's going to get in his way.
This scene was like almost the scene like in... the end of Captain America: First Avenger, when he's punching the punching bag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a good
similar to that scene where it was pretty epic, right? When he punches it through the.
Yeah,
where he's
it was great.
He has like a line of broken ones. Yeah, so they're superheroes in this movie. They're superheroes.
Exactly. So he's pissed off. He realizes. I mean, he's like punching the walls, and his hands are bleeding because he knows that the only way to get to his final destination, the final thing he has to do is he has to go through his best friend now because it's going to get in his way. So he's kind of heartbroken.
Because he has his own goal, right?
100%.
Yes.
You got this here, which is great. And then this, I couldn't get the actual scene where they all come out of the cages together and Beam's got the fire torch. That was amazing.
Dude, he chucked a big cat at somebody.
Yes, he did.
He chucked a motorcycle.
Yeah, and look at these guys. They're like,
in this scene he threw
motorcycles later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he throws a big cat at somebody. It was the greatest thing I've seen.
Look at
There's people that will defend that to the end of the earth that will say that that's actual possible, that you can throw like a...
Yeah, I heard, I heard that when you were on your show doing this review, and I'm like, how though?
Well, I mean, if the cat's forward momentum is going, you could touch it.
He's gonna throw it like a football though?
No.
Touching it and tossing it is one thing, but throwing it like it's a freaking...
Yeah, there were people defending like the things these people can chuck.
Totally.
Like, this could really happen in real life. I'm like, no.
Well, you don't live in India now, do you?
I mean, a tiger is 300 pounds.
But it's light as a feather as it's moving forward.
He sees his buddy coming out of the fire.
Oh, look at that. There we go.
Oh, yep. That makes sense.
That was a badass scene.
He's like, I'm dressed to the nine and I'm coming out of fire.
And he never mind.
On steroids.
He just got over a venomous snake bite in like an hour.
And then he got into his dress khakis and
punching. And then of course, there we go.
Right there. Like,
yep.
He's like, look
at that.
See my medals?
Come get. He does look like the Terminator. Come with me if you want to live.
Well, he's more of the T100.
Oh, the T100.
No,
the
T1000 would be water.
Because it's liquid?
Yeah, but T1000 walked through the fire.
He would. Yeah, that's true. He did
in water form.
Semantics. But this. Yeah, this scene was great, and then I felt bad for. See here, like he's even telling him, "I'm here to arrest you." This is, and you poor Beam's just like heartbroken, man. He's like, "Why are you doing this?" Like. Yeah, and you felt for the guy because he's literally like, he's so confused here. He's like, what is going on? He's like, wait a minute, you should be home dying. I just saved you. And then now you're telling me you're with the police and you're arresting me, whatever. And
I told you, the antibodies in him is just as determined as he is. And it just beat the shit out of the venom.
R2's right. His mustache is bulletproof.
It really is. That is a gorgeous mustache.
That is so true. But this is great. So Roger's like, I'm all right. I don't care. Like, I have to finish. I got to get to the bottom line of why I'm here. I don't care who's in my way. I don't want to do this. Make it easy on yourself. And then Beam's like, nah, dude, I'm not. And then of course, shenanigans start happening. And
that's when they fight.
This was a pretty good fight scene. And Beam was holding back. At least that's how my interpretation.
Yeah, this is like Iron Man and Cap.
Yes,
fighting.
Yes.
With Bucky.
And he's holding back, man. He's like, I don't want. And then finally, he's punching him with the keys in his hand, and it just kind of goes on, and he's flipping them, and there's animals, and see, they're right here. He's finally like, okay, you're gonna stop me from getting Molly back. I have to go through you. He got super pissed off. Then he starts grabbing whatever that is, a pillar off the ground, and swing. Look at the rage.
And you're telling me he can't throw a cat?
Exactly.
Well,
I agree.
He can. Well, you've seen those at AMC. They're like light.
Oh yeah, the movie.
Like,
Styrofoam.
It's really plastic.
I've seen a 2-year-old take out like 8 of them, and like
they're styrofoam.
Yeah. And he's just like, I'm done. And then he's breaking.
Wait, go back. Do you see the guy in the background? He's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Like, is that a cheetah coming after me? Peace.
It's like, why did I sign up for this?
Yeah. And then you got he's breaking water fountains, swinging this thing around. And then here you go. It's a good scene.
But you know what? He's right, because then he started picking up the water, the thing from the fountain, signifying that he was water fighting fire.
Which happens on a daily basis.
That does happen. Yes.
Because you remember he went in and it was all broken.
We've all seen Backdraft. We know.
Let's not talk about that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the only great scene in that movie was on a fire truck.
That is true. Oh, yeah. That scene towards the end. Yeah. When, certain people get caught on top. Never mind. Anyway, so look how pissed off he was here. And then he's fine. This is a great fight scene. They're just knocking the shit out of each other here. And it goes on for a while. Look at this fires flying around. And look at this.
There you go. See,
he's
the
ready.
water fight, water
yeah, he's
fire.
like, I'm gonna get. And then they're running out. His guy's hair's on fire. Just about.
And he's got rockets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got rockets. And look at that's a good scene right there. It's like Superman and.
Yeah, I want that on like a poster.
Yeah,
that's a badass.
That is badass.
Picture right there. And then the lion comes back.
Yeah,
Tiger.
Sorry, Jesus. Tiger. And then there's a whole thing, and then Beam going up, and anyway, this scene goes on for a while.
You just misrepresented a cat.
I'm sorry.
You can get canceled for that.
I didn't mean to do that, Mr. Tiger.
It's not up to you, Greg, to label. You're mislabeling things, and that is not.
I'm just a white male mislabeling a species of animal. I'm so sorry. And this part was really good. This thing here. So this is Roger's dad. He's teaching him all these people how to, without actual shooting real bullets. These are all prop guns, basically.
And that was the original mission, was to go get the armory so they can fight against the. And remember, he said all it takes is one gun because you can trick, and he does that a little later. Mm-hmm. He tricks like how many people are around.
A bunch. So he's training, and then I think now, give me some context here. So they're looking. Obviously, he doesn't want his son to shoot yet. Nobody's supposed to shoot because of the cost of the bullet. Even he talks about the cost of the bullet and
to them, it's
how valuable they are. Yeah, because they don't have a lot of them, right? They can't just make unlimited supply of bullets. Yeah, so we go into the father's backstory a little bit here while he was in the. Is this the Indian Army or the British Army? It's the British Army, right?
No,
yes.
It's like he was like he was like joining the army like his son.
Yeah, he's like getting conscripted.
Okay,
he was going to do the same thing.
There's this guy again. See, talks about the cost of the bullet for the third time. Yeah, this is good because it goes into why he left.
His dad was going to do the same mission, but he couldn't.
Couldn't do it.
Spoilers.
And they go into the cost of the bullet and how important these bullets are, blah, 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 and the training. And then so, it just kind of goes on and on and on. And this Sita, is that Sita as a kid? Yeah, that's his wife, Roger's wife, right, as a kid.
Yeah.
And then so we kind of move on here. And this guy, he's got this guy here in the police, the British police kind of doing undercover work. And they're just kind of talking about their mission and how important it is. And then this is where he finds out his son basically stole his rifle and shot a bullet
and can shoot.
And the kid apparently is an amazing shot. I don't know how far away that shot was, but it was a dead bullseye from like all the way out here
in the wind.
It looks about 150 yards.
It's far. So basically they find out this kid, which is And then, of course, the British Army comes in and wipes out pretty much the whole village. And so the dad starts going crazy and starts, like you said, JT, with the one gun, but he's going nuts, just shooting and knocking off British officers left and right, and tells his family, "Go."
So they think there's more.
Go.
That's why.
Yes. See, even he's telling them, "You're gonna die."
I was actually like Raju. I was like, dude, you gotta get on your knee. Take a knee.
And then this was a good scene here with the music montage. Because he's singing about the earth and what where he was born from and how.
I usually don't like musicals and dance numbers in the middle, but
it just fits so well.
It just fit perfectly.
Yeah.
Hey, Spartan Flash Century, thanks for joining the show, buddy. Sorry.
It's part of their movie culture.
Yeah, but
it is a big part of it.
Yeah, but even with like a lot of other Indian films that I've seen, when they bust out in a song and dance, I'm just like, okay, it's time to go. Pop the popcorn for a little bit.
Right.
But this one, I'm just like, oh, all right.
It was good.
It's
anyway. So Beam's getting his ass kicked here. Unfortunately, he's singing about why he's there, and then this poor guy, is like, oh my god. Look at the great scene here.
I thought he would let up. I really didn't think he would continue. I really
Make
thought
the
he would
bastard kneel.
And I think he would. I thought he would stop whipping him, but he just kept going.
Yeah.
No,
because he has to.
He's got to do it.
I know.
He's got the
this is when you get the hair scene.
He's got the tiger.
The hair's flowing and the blood's flowing, and then he's getting hit with the rifles in the knee.
And they're like stepping on him, the kneel, and he still won't do it.
Nope.
No. He gets even stronger, and
you know what this kind of reminds me of too? He's chained up like the tiger was in the first.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Look at you. And then and then he finally passes out, right? He's just hanging there. Oh no, yeah, they drop him and then he passes out. And then he's like, I can't do this anymore. Like this is and then the crowd starts fighting back. They start jumping the British officers, they start throwing haymakers, and
when he shot that truck and it like flipped.
Yep.
When he caught the rifle midair.
Midair.
He shot the truck.
That. He's
perfect
left-handed in the left hand. Hey, Filipino meatballs in here. Hey, what's up, meatball?
Yeah, he probably sensed we were talking about food.
In a bucket.
Heard the word meatball. Yeah.
Meatball in a bucket.
So he speeds up, and then so he realizes what's going on because he sees the palm trees kind of damaged or like on it's not correct into the dirt. He realizes this is a setup, and so it is. Like it perfectly lands into his hand while he's in midair, and then of course this part is brutal.
He needs a scope. Raju does it with iron sight.
So Raju gets the British officer shoots his car. His car does a crazy flip in midair. Raju comes flying out of the car.
Flies out of it.
Yeah, and then he gets landed into the a part of a tree, and it's got like this big branch coming out, and it's just. I thought he was dead at this point. I was like, oh my god, how do you survive? But they're superheroes, JT.
Well, he's a superhero.
I know.
So
I
he
was
starts
wondering
shooting people.
Nobody.
Yeah. See, then the firing. Freaking Abomination AG, them spirits. Yeah, you're not kidding, buddy. So this part was cool, and then so basically the long story short is that Raj is just knocking them off left and right.
Yeah, he saves his friend.
And then Beam has a chance to kill him here, which doesn't happen. Of course, he spares him. But this part was great. This part
was cute. It's badass.
Yep.
It is badass. This part made me laugh out loud, but in a good, like, when you're watching something and you're just laughing because it's so good. This is what this was. This scene, my daughter and I were literally just like, what is happening? But I love every second of this. What the hell
I'm surprised I didn't see like kids doing this for Halloween.
Right?
Well, you know what?
That would have been a great idea.
So this part was great. Obviously, they're rescuing each other. And look. He's like, I'm strong. I got this man as my legs. I'm going to carry him. And they just start beating the shit out of people left and right, grabbing guns, shooting people off the shoulders. I mean, look, he's grabbing them and throwing them because they're superheroes.
Well, yeah, they've already thrown tigers.
Thrown tigers at people.
Look at that form.
Look at that. Leaning back. They're sliding all around.
They're sliding around too.
I mean, look at this. Look at this scene right here. Look at this. Where do you get this in modern
Just a couple
movies?
of ultimate bromandos.
Yeah, thank you.
Bromandos. That's another good shirt.
That's another good shirt. Yep.
That should be the next movie. Instead of
You know
Commando,
what?
it's Bromandos.
Bromandos.
Maybe we could have like your cannoli guy with somebody standing on your shoulders, and we can start a whole thing.
I think that's a good idea.
All right,
like
I'll
this
write it down.
Bromandos.
Okay.
So this part, this is crazy. This, and then they go up on this tower.
I like the front flip or back flip or whatever.
The
flip
back
they did
flip
on
off.
the-
Yeah, look. He's like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And look at this. Look at this. Midair, jumping onto the light, flipping around, and landing perfectly, shooting 2 people. I think as that happened.
Yeah, it's so good. It almost brings a tear to your eye.
It's really beautiful.
It's almost like the ending to Titanic.
Yes. And then so, hey, Tyler the Redbeard, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining the show, man.
Hey, Tyler.
So this was the part where Beam puts him on the like I don't know, it was like this goddess's bench area. I don't know, like sitting area. I don't know. Does anybody know who this goddess is supposed to be?
I didn't research it. Sorry,
I didn't research
okay.
that.
I'm not
comment below.
Yeah.
It's not in my
comment
notes.
below. So he's giving him the yeah, to give him the was he looking for water or he was looking for something to help Raj out? And then you see this is the arrows start
Beam,
flying everywhere.
Wait, remember Beam? You had even brought this up. Beam was in the water
Oh yeah, he went into the water.
when they all came,
Yeah.
and he was like,
Yeah, 'cause
trying
he
to
is
drink
water.
He's water.
Yeah, see?
This poster.
Go forward.
Look at this.
Yep.
You want to talk about
Dude,
hair flapping?
you know, when this movie came out in the Indian theaters and this happened, all the ladies
they went crazy.
were like,
oh yeah.
I have to say he was very nice looking. Just saying.
Yeah,
Now
they
here's
were
my
just
thing. Were shirts coming off in the movie theater? That's what I want to know.
yeah, I was like,
I mean, I kept my shirt on. It was cold, so.
Well, yeah, but look at this. Come on.
Yeah.
This
Look at that hair.
this is what modern movies in Hollywood. This is what modern movies today in our Hollywood are missing.
Yep.
Indian men in shirts with hair flapping. That's what they're missing.
But you know what, though? You had mentioned too that if there was such a heavy bromance like this, like it gets misinterpreted when you do it.
No. Today's Hollywood doesn't misinterpret. They go full go on what that bromance really, what they want to have it.
Oh
as.
no, that would be a full on. They would be married by this time.
yeah, it would have been broke back India.
It's
Yeah,
true.
I guess so.
I can't quit you, Beam. That's what he
And
would say.
He would never have gotten out of that prison. They would have just started making sweet love in that prison.
That's true.
Listen,
yeah.
I love a good romance. Like I told Cannoli this. I like a good romance story, but there was something about this friendship. What I liked about it too is that you actually cared about the character. No, what I'm saying is you cared about the characters. And you don't on a lot of these.
But what was great about the ending, you got this awesome song in the background where you see the lyrics kind of here, and it's this awesome rhythm, and then this fire.
About them,
and
the greatest warriors.
Yeah, look at this.
Look at that.
Come on,
gosh.
Yep.
You know, Disney's not doing anything like this. Yeah. Look at this. I mean, this is the part where he shoots the arrow into the tree. Then the guy,
he shot the arrow through the tree and hit him in the head.
And he kicks them. He kicks them in the head with the arrow, and he kills them with it. Who's doing that? Come on,
it's pretty badass.
Yeah, and then look at this. Look at these scenes. Just and here comes Mr. Water Beam coming out of the water with a spear. He's chucking it at people. You know, he's chucking it at motorcycles, and they're flipping.
He's about to kick the motorcycle.
Yeah, this is when we got beat up in the comments too. We talked about the motorcycle being thrown, and like they could have totally thrown a motorcycle.
No.
Well,
no, nobody's throwing a motorcycle.
Okay, we talked about it, and they talked about it on the Salty Nerd podcast, and they got beat up in the comments about how someone could physically throw a motorcycle at this time period. It was like,
I mean, look at these badass scenes. There you go. Okay, so
this scene
you're telling me that
there's no way that it would be real, but it was super cool. They're superheroes.
Janice says she could throw a Vespa.
Okay. They're like this bike back then weighed nothing, so
yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
I'm not saying that R2.
I'm sure it will get reamed in the.
Yeah, I mean, you know. Okay,
wait a minute. So out of everything in the movie, people had a problem with the fact about the motorcycle being thrown, but
it's true that apparently you could throw.
No. On the Salty Nerd podcast, they mentioned that it was they talked about that scene where how wild that he threw a bike. That's physically impossible.
Okay.
They said you could be done,
and all the people in the comments were like, you could totally do that.
Yeah,
but I'm no expert at motorcycle throwing. So
I'm not either, so I don't have an opinion, I guess. Well,
no, you're a woman. You don't have an opinion.
And I don't have the right to vote either. We know.
No,
and
you shouldn't. The beam, it puts the spear through this guy, which was amazing. Now this part of the movie is to where they finally see he stops the motorcycle here from going, and they get on the motorcycle and the horse together. Here's how silly I was. So when he's throwing the motorcycle, I told my daughter, I said, I really hope that they saved at least one motorcycle so they could get out of the forest. That's where my head was at. And they did.
He pulled that out of his belt.
I guess so.
Yeah. Apparently he can just.
And here they come, fighting the bad guy.
Beam. And then this part's great. So I don't know if I can get that context. So Beam drives it up a hill, like a cliff, and then Raj shoots it with a smoking arrow, and it blows up the bike in midair, and it crashes into the armory, I guess, where all the ammo is and TNT. And
it blows it
this
up.
Part was great. It just blows everything up. Everybody starts dying. Well, we got to save some of the weapons, though. It's key, right?
Yeah.
Raj's got. Raj's got.
Then that big flag is all blown up too, because that flag. If you remember back when they showed that flag originally, it showed all the places they ruled, and now it's burning. So it's another symbol of how the empire is taken down.
Yes,
one piece at a time.
So the wife is bleeding, and she got it. Yeah, it was heartbreaking, wasn't it, to see the wife go? It was really sad.
Oh yeah, that part was my favorite part.
How come there wasn't more blood?
Right? She's got to bleed. She doesn't bleed. She's not the human.
She's a witch.
She is a witch. So obviously, Beam brings the guns down. He brings two massive containers of guns, and Raj is like, "Oh man." Then he gives him the speech about, what is it? Whatever that's shoot, kill, load, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, and he goes, this bullet is more valuable than an Indian's life.
He gives him the speech about the bullet, which ties into the beginning and the middle of the movie, and so they do this great scene where it goes into slow motion through his heart, and then I can't get into, but there's a scene where the blood splatter goes across the British Empire symbol.
Yeah, that's what I was
really good. The sun never sets on the British Empire.
Sun never sets on the British Empire.
But according to real history, though, remember these two were decades apart.
Yeah,
and they had a role into eventually the empire being pushed out of India. Yes. This is not really how it happened. It's just
no, it's fictionalized, of course, but this is the more fun version.
Yeah, it's an altered history of.
Are you trying to not get us?
Yes,
canceled in the comments.
It's kind of like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right?
Hollywood, yeah.
The end of that movie, that didn't really happen.
What?
So
Sharon Tate
didn't
make it out alive?
Just like Inglourious Bastards, you mean?
Well, if you didn't know the story of them and you thought that was real, you would assume.
You would think it's of course. Well, without doing some research, yeah.
Oh, Sita. Look how sad.
Sita's happy. Sita's
she is happy, right?
Mr. Ram. Yeah, she's got Rambo back. She goes, oh man.
Yeah, she's got Indian Rambo.
See,
they're together.
That's not
cute.
Together.
It's cute.
He's about to shake her hand.
So that's his way of saying, hey.
That's how he is. He's tribal. He's from,
What do you want him to do?
Like, tribe. He doesn't
grab her from the woohoo.
pick her up and
located? He can't speak English.
Yeah. So basically, he's like, you did your job. What can I offer in your return? He's like, be my teacher, basically. And
can we give mad props to the old dude?
Dude, the old dude came through.
He was always in the background doing something to help these guys.
Yeah, he actually gave the razor to Beam in the truck to get out.
Give mad props to him.
Yeah, so this is
here's the end.
All right, so Mrs. Sasquatch, you have some information on this, so go ahead.
I did. I'm just going to read it because it's interesting. But so the end credits sequence also features a number of Indian national symbols. Most prominent is the original version of the Indian flag created in 1906, with its green, yellow, and red stripes and multiple symbols. The flag went through many changes before becoming the more familiar orange, white, and green flag used today. And its appearance in the 1920 set RRR is a little, oh God. Why do they have big words in here? Anyway, I'm not going to.
Wikipedia's.
Let's just skip that word. Okay, never mind. But
Not
it represents
Trulies,
the original. Who said that?
Water
What?
Jungle
Go ahead.
Land.
But it represents.
That's what the Indian flag means. It's right.
Water
It's
Jungle
Water
Land.
Jungle Land.
Yes.
Yeah, you got it. You're right.
So then there's a bunch of people that they portray. The dancing sequence also features portraits of prominent figures in the Indian independence movement, which I know Cannoli had mentioned that this is like resembles their Independence Day.
Yeah,
There's a lot of names
from JT show.
Yeah, there's a lot of names I cannot pronounce, but some of the figures.
Well, all the people in the background are real people.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. And
I'll leave that there for JT.
They were some of the figures remain controversial in modern India. Because they allied with Nazi Germany against the British.
Not this guy though.
Well, they were common enemy.
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
This has been fun.
Yeah, this was a good time.
I love this movie. This movie was going to be one of my top favorite movies.
I was actually shocked that
8-hour version.
3 hours didn't feel like 3 hours.
No, it didn't at all. Like I told you, I was exhausted, but I'm like, I've got to watch this movie because we're doing this show and review it. And I wasn't tired after the first like 20 minutes. It was really good. I was really surprised because I didn't think I'd like it.
It was really well done. I liked it a lot, and I'm glad I watched it. Got me into Indian cinema. And thank you, JT, for ruining and changing my life at the same time, because now I can't watch anything else. Thanks, man.
Well, you're welcome. I'm glad I was able to change your life. And
you did. It was a beautiful moment in our relationship.